Hey, hey everyone. I wanted to quickly drop in and talk about this week, okay? So my goal is to hurry up and get this up everywhere because I want you to be able to tap into all the potential right now. Okay, so this week, today is April 14th, 2021, okay? The new moon was Sunday night going into Monday, a new moon in Aries, first of all, okay? And it was a new moon in Aries, which is fire. Now, according to astrology, it's also actually the new astrological year. It's like a restart, a new beginning, get a new beginning, right? But also not fast forward, my apologies, rewind a bit because we went into spring March 20th, March 21st. That was the spring equinox. So we are in spring, which is literally the phase on earth for all of nature, for new beginnings, for seeds are sprouting, trees are blossoming. Well, wait a minute. This is for the northern hemisphere, okay? So there's magic happening too for the southern hemisphere, but I need to stress this for the northern hemisphere and for those who are feeling this juiciness or feel some kind of magical like a bubble, something stirring. Just so you know, like that water trickling sounds amazing, but it's coming from my washer and it's kind of churning a little, so you're gonna hear that in the background. Just go with it, okay? So yeah, we are in springtime, right? Then we have the new moon. So new beginnings with spring, new moon in fire. Fire is action. Fire means go. Fire means let's do this, okay? This moon is amazing. This time frame is amazing because all the stuff you may have been like dreaming upon, tending to in your inner garden, all that shadow work you've been doing, and intentions you've been setting. And it may not just be for this new moon, maybe it's intentions that you've set just in general lately. This is going to depend on every person, but I've personally noticed even stuff that I set as intentions, the seeds I sowed last year. There were certain times last year, and then there's stuff this year that I said, I intend for this. I wrote it down on the new moons, okay? We're seeing that come into fruition now with this energy of fire. It's like, let's go, let's do this. The other magical thing is Venus, okay? Venus, she is now officially descended into the underworld. She has been in descent since last summer. This is extremely important, especially if you are a priestess, if you are a devotee of Mary or the lineage of Yeshua and Mary, if you're a devotee of Venus, anything like that, okay? But also this is huge for the collective in general because there is a lot around love, intimacy, sex, being completely destructed, taken apart so that it can be rewritten, rebuilt, and for us to remember. That ties in with Mars, which went retrograde last year. There are so many players, things going on, in the cosmic realms that it all ties together. There's a bigger picture happening. So Mars went retrograde last year and it was a doozy for men. And I spoke about that in my podcast episode 3, okay? And most likely mentioned it in videos as well, in my stories and stuff like that. But please, I highly encourage you to listen to episode 3 of She of the Throne podcast. And then if you feel called, episode 4, because that is targeted towards women. Episode 4 is for women to sit and tune into their wombs. Episode 3 is mainly for men, the masculine collective, but also for women so that they can have a deeper understanding of what men were going through, what they were feeling, what they were going through ever since July, all the way up until January. Mars did not go direct until January. Well, it went direct last year, but it was in a shadow. There's still shadows with retrograde. So the lessons and everything that comes with it finally settled in January of this year. Okay, so that is another thing, okay? Now, the other thing is that on the 13th, so was that just yesterday? My days are getting all mixed up. Oh wow, is today the 15th? I'm sorry, you guys. If it's the 15th, today's Thursday. Okay, maybe it's the 15th. Tuesday the 13th was the beginning, the first day of Navratri, the spring Navratri. Now, I am personally encouraging you to go out there on the World Wide Web and YouTube and start searching this up for yourself, okay? Start Googling and see what Navratri is and what it translates for you, okay? Navratri is beautiful. It means 9 nights. I did a video on that, so check that out as well, okay? I celebrated Navratri for the first time last year, the fall Navratri. It was beautiful. You know, it's about the goddess overcoming demons when the god couldn't. And I highly encourage you, like I said, to watch the video that I made, but also look into, just checking on Wolfgang, check into the sources that I cited, okay? Because I looked at a few sources that helped me piece together what Navratri meant for me and what I could take from it and how it resonated with me. There's the beautiful story of the goddess overcoming the demon, right? The demons. But when you look into the esoteric meaning of it, my washer is probably so fucking loud. I'm sorry. This is how you know I wanted to get this out fast. But when you look into the esoteric meaning of it, demons mean our vices. Demons are dark aspects, right? So anger, jealousy, impatience, stuff like that. So through our consciousness, and especially through our own femininity, our gentleness, our compassion, with love and awareness, we can overcome these demons, okay? Right? So it's similar for spring Navratri to overcome, right? You're celebrating your divinity. You're celebrating divinity, the divine. You're celebrating the goddess. But I found out spring Navratri is also mainly about the creation of the world. The goddess creating earth. And that's huge. That blew my mind because of everything that's transpiring. Everything I literally just told you before this moment, right? And on top of that, I can feel it. Just give me a second. Good God, that was so fucking loud. I'm sorry. So, with everything that's going on, everything I just told you, and there's an energy that a lot of us are picking up on. And we've also been talking about it for a while, right? New Earth. I can feel it within me, and other sisters can feel it within them too. Within our womb, we're having our own personal, divine, amazing experiences of giving birth to the new earth. Wow, that rhymes. Giving birth to the new earth. The new earth is being reborn. So much has taken place, right, since COVID happened. And a lot of people are getting swept up in that story and everything, but there's something happening on a higher level, and I've talked about it in other videos. In 2019, 2020, was it 2019? 2020, there's so much to tap into, codes to tap into, okay? The old world was being completely dismantled. The old paradigm. So it's being dismantled, and as you see, Venus is in the underworld for it's to just let the flames just lick and take away, just shed away everything that is not of her anymore, right? And it's the same with the old world, and the new earth is being reborn. And with that, there's so much being reborn and going to be reborn. So how juicy is this, right? Springtime, new moon, Venus in the underworld, and then she's going to start to ascend next month, right? And then you got Navratri. Let's just throw it in there. Ramadan also started too. For all our Muslim brothers and sisters out there. A holy time, a holy month of fasting and prayer. There's literally so much happening right now. So much potential to tap into. It's extremely important to really sit with yourself and see what you want to birth. What are you calling forth into creation? Set some time aside to create a little sacred ritual and write some intentions or speak it or whatever, and set it out there, because this is a beautiful time for all of us to come together to create beauty, to create the highest timeline possible for ourselves and the planet. Namaste. Itakoe o Yasin. Aruhanui. Ciao.